What?
Hey everybody, you're listening to the Combo Wombo podcast. I'm Chip Monk, and with me as always is the Mr. Gimpy.
What's up, Chip? I gotta say, dude,
What's
what
up, bro?
is the story with those glasses, bro? They look are they XR glasses? They look kind of thick, like XR.
These are AR glasses. I got TV screens in my eyeballs, dude.
Oh, you got them just like me. Okay.
That's right.
What brand did you get? Those look like the Rokkids.
These are Rokkids.
Oh,
it makes me yeah.
Okay.
These are the Max. I got these because they have like the adjustment for people who need glasses, which is nice because like you can, I don't need like the new lenses for the inside. However, what I didn't account for is like they're still sunglasses, right? So if you're like trying to walk around like I'm still blind for like things at a distance, but like I have like a completely in focus TV screen right in front of my eyes, dude, rendering it basically impossible to like walk. I don't know, like somebody was just like, just get contact lenses, and I was like, I probably should.
No,
I still. Everybody I know with contact lenses has like a horror story of like forgetting that they had them in or cutting their eyeball or
some shit.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, except for that one time I almost went blind. Like they're great. And I'm like, yeah, all right, dude. I'd rather just have like glasses are like a shield protector for your eyeballs. Like I'm adding extra layers of protection to my eyes, dude. Whereas like people with contact lenses are like actively shoving shards of glasses into their eye.
You're right. You're right. So how long have you had the Rokkids there?
That's about like a week and a half now, almost 2 weeks. I got like back during Black Friday.
What usage have you used it for? Because I bought my I have the Nreal Airs, as we know, which the company changed the name to Xreal. So I have the Xreal Airs, and I got it for the Steam Deck. What is your use case right now? I assume you're using it as a monitor right now, because I think I see myself in your glasses.
No, this is just the reflection.
Okay.
I have my monitor on.
Okay.
I have these plugged in. I have been using them as a monitor since yesterday. In the perfect world, I was like, how can I encourage myself to work out? And I was like, what if I brought a cinema to the gym, right?
Yes.
So I finally did that yesterday. I did like 2 hours, like on just a recumbent bike, just sitting down in my living room, and I have like my keyboard and shit hooked up. I was playing Rust, running around, grinding in Rust, grinding in real life, getting these levels.
How'd it go?
Well, good. And I watched Fast and Furious 9 as well on these. That was all right. Still Fast and Furious, still great.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, what refresh rate do you get on those bad boys?
From the computer out, it's only 60 hertz. But if I use a phone, like it's closer, I think, to like 90. I think. I don't know. But kept you should look into. It's unnoticeable.
Firmware. You should look into firmware updates, because the Xreals that I own, they at first were 60, then they got a firmware update to do 120. So and since it's Rokkid's their direct competitor, I'm assuming they did the same thing. So you might want to look
probably
for
some update.
Firmware
somewhere.
updates. Yeah. And see if you can
I don't know. I tried to get their app, but it was like all in Chinese, and it was like sign up to our website, and I was like, man, I don't know about all this.
Same thing on the other side. I will say, getting like. Absolutely, I love mine as well. I use them for travel. I used it as my main monitor when I was traveling for work, and they were fucking phenomenal. I did legitimate work on a plane on my Steam Deck with the glasses, and then I played games, obviously. But I did like legit work, and then people were fucking amazed. Now, I will say that with the 120 hertz update,
people know something's up with these, dude.
Oh,
I was walking around, somebody was like, are you wearing your glasses behind sunglasses? I'm like fixing my vision and my coolness problem all at once, but no. I'm watching Star Trek. I'm Star Trekking right now, lady. Get out of my face.
It's amazing.
And, there's no drawback, though, because this is the first time I'm actually seeing myself with these things on. Yeah. I look like a blind and gay jazz musician, dude. I look like a bass player, dude, from the future. So there's that, dude.
There's that.
Like you have kind of like some self-aware. Like people know there's something up if you have like a TV, a cinema on your face, dude.
Yeah. But I will say, like, do they come with blockers as well?
Yeah. They got like the shutters. Like if you're a horse, don't want to be distracted.
Yeah.
That's just like a plastic clip-on thing.
Yep.
Yeah, there are. There's like two different nose guards. I use the first one, and those like pinch the bridge of my nose. I got big old nose that breathes in all the air. Then the first one, the default ones were a little bit small, but I put in the other ones. This has been fine.
Yeah, the Xreals I swapped the nose guard.
So what you're saying, you're
mine.
on business trips, flying around?
Yeah. Using my glasses. And then with the 120 hertz update and the Steam Deck, I can play more competitive games and feel like I'm actually competitive because more frames, obviously.
Yeah.
So
yeah, even like playing Rust yesterday on it, I was like missing shots, and I was like, I felt like dead on, but it was like, it was like just a little skip.
Yeah,
Just it's fine.
Like your monitor, right, versus the
yeah,
you gotta get used to it. Yeah, that's why I'm telling you, man. Look for a firmware update. I'll probably make your
there's probably something.
Yeah. But what made you jump? Just Black Friday, or the fact that I had some and kind of like baited it for you, the concept, or
I don't know. I've been like wanting to work out, so I was like, this will give me an excuse to like start working out. It didn't really work because it still took me a few weeks. Like yesterday was like the first day actually like when like worked out.
Yeah.
But it was like, now that they're just sitting there, I'm like, I could do that. And then I was like,
I haven't done that with mine, and I've never even thought about that to like work out with them.
Yeah, I will say that like there are some drawbacks. Like it only came with the phone adapter, so a USB-C adapter. I bought like the bigger packet that came with like an Android like TV box and like a mini HDMI, but still not enough. So to get it working on my computer, I had to buy like a where is it at?
He's gone.
This little guy. What is this? This is like, it's like a little HDMI to USB-C port that has like a 5-volt, USB power port. And that's like $40 additional, but I don't know. I feel like once they get you in there for like hundreds of dollars, like it's like
yeah.
I think it's like
was it, on Black Friday. I'm just curious.
It's like $400.
Oh, it's really good.
450 maybe. I don't know. I got like the big pack though with like again it came with like the Android thing.
See, I bought my Xreal Airs for $6 when they first came out. So you made out like a bandit. So that's awesome.
I don't know. I was waiting for these things to come down to like $100-$200, but
never happened.
The way I've been justifying this to myself is like, if you look at it as like the price of a TV, like if you bought like a 50-inch TV, it's like within that price range. And this is, this tower set's like 100-inch or 300-inch. It feels like you're holding a cell phone in front of your face. Like, don't get it twisted. It's nice, and like you forget about it after like a few moments.
When you forget about it, that's the moment. The moment it doesn't feel like and
it's like way more comfortable than like having to hold it. This is basically like if you're like, man, if only there was a comfortable way to like hold my phone in front of my face without any fatigue or social awkwardness. This doesn't cure any of that except for the fatigue part.
I will say that my like main use case for it is portability with the Steam Deck. So like my kids are playing like Minecraft or something, right? I don't have a gaming laptop or anything. I don't want to be like in a separate room, so I'll have my Steam Deck, and I can just be on the couch just with those on and just playing my own thing while they're playing their thing, and we're all together. So that's nice. Or if I'm in bed, I'm not done playing a game, I can be lying down and just playing my Steam Deck and with the glasses on, and
they don't even know.
Yeah. So
man, I got an old Samsung cell phone, and it hooks up to that, and it uses like the decks. My main use case so far has been using Google's remote desktop, and then I remote desktop into my desktop from my phone, my old phone, on my bed, and I'll just like watch YouTube from that. Otherwise, it has that Android set-top box, but I just don't like the navigation, like just the feel. It's probably something I get used to, but it's like a circular like dial with like a point in the middle. And
does it have 3 degrees of freedom, like the Xreals? So like I can pin, if I'm using the phone app, I can pin a portion of the screen to someplace in real life and turn, and it's still there. So that works for like my main example was recipes. So I had my wife use it, and while she was like making cookies, and she had like a bunch of cookie recipes or whatever, she just pinned it to like a point in the kitchen, and then just looked, and there it was for all time. So that was like the big use case. Does that support that?
I haven't even tried any of this. Like I'm assuming like it has some of that stuff on the app, but as soon as I was like all in Chinese and like want me to do like second factor authentication and like sign up with an email and shit, I was just like, these work already. And I was like, I don't really right now have like a use case to like pin anything or augment anything. I was like, let me just try them out for a while, see if I like these or if I have to return them.
Okay.
And I've liked them enough to like keep them, but like I haven't liked them enough to like dig deeper into the tech. Like you said, like if I probably got the the firmware update, the app working. There's probably like a whole suite of cool features. I'm not sure if it does. There's so build as augmented reality glasses, whatever that means. So I'm sure there's stuff in there. I don't know. I don't have a use case for any of that stuff, dude. Like, you're out there cooking. And the one thing I could think of is like if I wanted to paint like a mural or something.
Oh, and
that'd be kind of dope.
Like that'd be cool.
Yeah, bro.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a bunch of paints and stuff. I was like, that'd be pretty awesome. But aside from that, I'm like, I don't really got too much here for it.
Oh, speaking of which, I had a thought the other day because I had some people ask me to 3D print them a hitbox, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I could do that. I was like, you have to buy all the shit though, right? All the internals. And they're like, can you paint it for me too? I'm like, I fucking hate painting, and I don't feel confident in my own ability to paint, So I was like, what if I use Chip, if I use Chip to paint this shit for people?
Oh, what the heck, dude?
Can give you some scratch, you know what I mean?
Jesus, dude, we're starting like a whole underground hitbox business, dude.
Might as well, dude. Might as well. I only had 2 people come up to me, but I was like, you paint it yourself, motherfucker.
You can get vinyl prints. They're pretty cheap, like sticky side vinyl prints. Like you can get them all the time for like a MAME cabinet or something.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I would just do something like that. I think that they make enough of those where you just like pop. It'll like smooth out the surface. So
I'll sand it for them. I don't give a shit about that. That's easy. But
just throw like a quick. You can even get like double sided like vinyl tape and just like tape right over it, so it's like a flat, clean surface. So that way you don't even have to sand it. Just be like, here you go, done.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Cut it out. Get a little X-Acto knife.
Yeah, not a bad idea. But yeah, it was just one of those things where I was like kind of brainstorming in my head, But like I said, only 2 people have come up to me. So like if they actually are serious, they give me pay for all
as soon
of
as
the
like
internals and buttons and stuff, and I'm
as soon as money hits like the thing, like, oh, will you do all the thing for me for free? And you're like, no.
Exactly. Like, no, fuck you, right? That's
say it like that.
I'm aggressive with it.
Just run them pockets.
Exactly.
Run them.
But that's exciting, dude. That you got the AR, man. I'm excited for you. I'm glad someone else is joining the fold. So when we land, dude, we both got to have the glasses, dude.
Yeah, and just our laptops. Sure, like, what are they doing right now?
Oh, yeah.
They're playing the game. They're inside it.
My screen name that day is going to be Zero Cool and Zero Cool and Crash Override, dude. Oh.
I will say, Hackers has a really good soundtrack. And that got me thinking a little bit about the music and like music
so
on these.
Know, I was referencing the 1995 masterpiece Hackers.
Yeah, with Angelina Jolie.
Yep.
So like music in this sounds fine, except for like rap music. It doesn't like pick up like bass that well. And rap music without bass isn't that good, dude. I was trying to listen to some old bangers, and I was like, oh, this sounds rough. And then I was like, what's missing?
Southern hip hop, you just can't play it because there's like 0 bit. Yeah. The Nreals do pretty well actually with that because they have it there, but it kind of uses your skull to try and vibrate some of the like music or whatever. So like their audio solution's decent actually. I was surprised. How about the microphone? Have you tried the mic on that?
I don't even know if it has a mic. I haven't tried it. If there is one.
Okay. The Nreal has a mic, but I always use the Steam Deck mic because the Steam Deck mic's like
I'm always like
good.
Plugged into like a phone or like the computer, so there's always like a mic within arm's reach.
Yeah, but I've heard it's good. I just personally like the Steam Deck is insanely good. Like whatever magic Valve used for mics, it's insane, dude. Like I don't know why they can't take their hardware mic and then make a similar like voice chat program because Steam voice sucks ass. But
it's weird, right?
Yeah,
this little indie company, Steam, dude, they're struggling with their sound quality.
For sure. But that's awesome, dude. I'm happy for you to get the ARs. Now, switching gears a little bit here. I gotta say, just we're winding down the year. We did our Game of the Years last week and all that.
Yeah.
I've noticed you've gotten back into Rust. How's that been going, man?
It's been pretty chill. I've just been playing on like a player versus environment server. There's like little raid bases and stuff. There's like little custom events. There's like an admin shop.
Okay.
It's fun. Like for me, there's something very satisfying about just like wandering around, forging things, killing things. That's all I want to do is just gathering up stuff.
So what prompted you to get back into Rust? Because you were playing it pretty religiously back in August, I want to say.
Yeah. We're playing the front, and that game was just like so bad. And we're trying to convince our friend to play Rust instead, and he was just like, "No." And then like we're just like, "Oh, well, we can just play Rust without this guy." And then so we all started playing a little bit.
Sure.
But everyone's like schedules are a little different now. It feels like so it's hard to get everybody on. And Rust is like a time commitment. There's always like one more thing.
Yeah.
Like these type of games, like any of the build, explore, like creative games. Yeah. Because it's like left to your imagination. There's always like one more thing. Like I went on there this morning and like fixed some walls and stuff because our buddy crashed a helicopter into the side of our base and like destroyed because it's a PvE server, like we just had it made out of twigs. And much like the Three Little Pigs fable, our buddy crashed a giant Apache helicopter into the side of it, destroying like 1/3 of our base.
That's hilarious.
Now we built it out of metal, like reinforced metal. So we had to like go in and like do some stuff. Like they had like a update, the industrial update, and I've heard it's like pretty similar to like a Minecraft like mod that you can get. Yeah. So like I just like allows you to filter out sort boxes and stuff where you can put like all of your treasures in your little treasure chest. So I set up like automated furnaces and stuff. So it like smelts the ore and sends it back into the base. I don't have the inputs yet where we can just drop it all into like a single box and it puts it out there. Because I'm using the bigger furnaces, I think it wouldn't be as optimal because like you want like an object in each of the little holding spaces.
Sure.
So yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's always like one more thing though. Like so after I fixed that, I was like, oh, I should plant some plants before I leave for a couple hours. That way they're growing. And after I planted that, I was like, oh, what I should really do is this. And I'm like, it's always just like one more damn thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's awesome, what's fun. Yeah. So it's hard to get people in there, and then it's hard to get people to leave. And they're like, "Why are you leaving already?" I'm like, "Bro, we've been in this game for like 3 hours already." And they're like, "Oh shit, really?"
It's time, right? For sure. It's one of those double-edged sword games. Yeah, you guys even got me to play it when you guys were all playing it last couple months ago. So you got me. So.
Yeah, you said you had a little bit of fun.
I know I did have some fun with it. The combat's good in the game. I just don't like resource gathering. That's like my biggest thing. Resource gathering is just. I don't think I've liked it in any game. I think with the exception of like. Actually, no, I don't like it in any game.
Yeah, it's just it's cookie clicker, dude. It's like it's.
But I like cookie clicker. I don't know what if someone could combine cookie clicker with like let's say Rust for this example, I'd be okay. But I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so like instead of like wandering around on the map, it just pulls up like a little cookie clicker.
That's what it is,
mini game.
Right? So because cookie clicker, like you start off like actually clicking it, right? But then you automate it. Like if someone does that, maybe I'd be more. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I feel like that's almost the part of the game where we're at as well. It's like because there's like a bell curve to things where it's like your need and want, and like once your needs are met, you're like, I would want this thing, but I don't need it. So it's like it's harder for you to like run out and like gather more resources. But if there's like a way to like when you get to that like top of the bell curve to like automate like a certain amount of like return for your resource, and they're trying to do that with like the industrial update where it's like. They're limiting like, and so instead of having to move things from like box to box to furnace back to like, your work table to smelt and craft things, you can now like set up auto crafters and like auto smelters and stuff, but you still have to go get the resources. So you want that one last part where it's like, could I just like, buy the little goat that will like generate one cheese every, 1 minute for my cookies,
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, that's awesome, dude. I've as far as for me, like before this holiday season, all that. As you know, I'm working in Forge with Halo Infinite to make. Three maps. So I will say my first map that I've made in a decade. It's been a while.
In Halo,
I call it Arboretum. That is functionally done now. Spawns are set. I'm having AI run around just to make sure like the map flows well, but it's ready for prime time. After we all play it as a squad, I think I can tweak it a little bit more. But as
you
far
got
as
like
it's there.
A thing is it listed or whatever?
Oh no, not yet. It'll be on my favorites thing, and I'll give the code to the boys. Then once we all play it, I'll give it out here if anyone wants to play it.
All right, man. You've been teasing it, dude.
Yeah.
I guess maybe just to me, right? I don't think you've mentioned it here on the pod yet.
maybe maybe
For me, it's been simmering, dude, for like months. So for me, I'm like, let's do this thing. But like, I think this is like the big announcement right here, dude.
Yeah. This is the big announcement. The other thing, you sent me a map to remake in Halo. I started work on that.
Breakaway.
I have it. Yeah, Breakaway. Yeah, I have it. I have it gray boxed right now. Using just generic tiles and stuff. I have to scale it to Halo speeds right now.
Yeah, I was thinking that immediately. I was like, oh, like a lot of this is like was just like a generic, like almost like a top-down view of like a map. It isn't like made for any specific game or engine.
Yeah. So I'm gonna scale it down, but I had to get everything there just to see it.
Yeah.
So
run around in it, feel it.
Working on scaling it down. I want to have both maps done before we all play. So if we're playing my map, and then we can go to your map, and just have a good time.
The
other thing is the maps are probably best played, at least so Arboretum. It's best played probably 4 to about 8 players. There's 2 different areas. You can actually go into a building that's like nice artificial forest set. My concept for the map was, Earth is far away, and you want some semblance of home with nature. So you start off in this parking lot area to like you're going to visit. There's like wrecked warthogs there and stuff like that, and then you walk in. And like the parking lot area is just like poles and stuff that's up, and it's a nice little outdoor fighting area. And then you walk in, and then there's the Arboretum. There's a giant tree with a overshield in the middle that you can get to. There's a outside like railing path that you can get for some verticality in your fights. You can actually get to the top, and then there's a sniper's nest that looks down on the parking lot actually as well. So you can have some sort of fight. My thought was to use the map as not only a team deathmatch map, but also like an assault variant. So you have to like take the bomb into like the main tree area. So I thought that'd be interesting. And then with your map, I thought it would work really well for CTF, like true CTF, because of the size.
It's just like old school design. Nobody's making them like this no more.
And the verticality that you have in the map is very fun. I've actually for some of the things where I used jump pads for it.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like for those spots, that's why it's just like it just ends. There's no ramp, nothing. I was like, there's a jump pad.
Yeah, and I was thinking maybe like a couple teleporters too would work out just for movement. But once I scale it down, we'll see how that goes. And finally, the last thing I
definitely spent a lot of time on that map, just checking lines of sight and stuff, and like thinking.
Oh, I could tell because when I had it done, I was like, oh wow, this is just like you thought about it. I was gonna give you props for that. I will say, like, and then the other thing I'm working on that I really want to get done, I'm just having, and it's because I've never done it. Forge allows you to make custom campaign missions and firefight missions. I'm working on a firefight map right now, but you can add like cinematics to it. So, like on wave 12, I have it to where like a hunter comes down, and then like elites with energy swords come down or whatever. They're all working, and I wanted like the camera to pan and do all sorts of cool shit. And I'm just having an issue with like AI pathing right now, and I think it's because I have some nodes that I don't remember where I set it. Like right now, the hunter and the elites land, and they just fucking beeline to like the right side of the map for some reason. I can't figure out why. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm having some pathing issues. Once I figure that out, I'm also working on a firefight map. Just because I think Call of Duty Zombies is the pinnacle of like the horde mode style games, because I think Gears of War started it, right? Gears of War 2 I think had the best horde mode, combining classic with enough new, and I think Gears 3 added too much new stuff where it kind of lost itself. And I think at that time Call of Duty like World at War Zombies started to come out, and it did a little different formula for it. Then Halo Firefight came out with more of a Gears style old school feeling. So I'm trying to, excuse me, I got a cough.
I think the newest Gears like breaks away in the middle of the gameplay to like put you in a random
have like a shop thing.
Yeah, like a zombie horde mode, like in the middle of like your campaign maps now. It's weird.
Yeah,
this franchise is lost in the sauce, dude. They don't know what they're doing no more.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to do with my firefight map is to combine the COD. I love CODs that you have to run around. The weapons are set. You have to buy the weapons, right? I love that. Yeah. So I'm trying to have it so you can run around.
You set that up, or
different weapons and stuff. Not like 1-to-1, but you can do something similar. Like I have things on time frames, So
Okay.
like certain waves, there's a different type of weapon unlocks, and you could set like the spawn timers to be like super delayed. So I'm like, okay, only one person gets
Yeah.
a battle rifle. You know, you grabbed it, and you gotta wait 3-4 waves to get it again. You know,
Can you do like any like programming and stuff in there? I've seen like some people do some crazy stuff. But
yeah, you can. Once I have like some of the stuff down, I'm gonna dig deeper into it and see. But I think I want to get to a point where we can just play it to see how it is.
yeah, like first we
But
gotta be able to play it, boys, before I like dig deeper.
Exactly. But I will say this. Props to I can't believe I'm saying this. Props to 343 on a very robust Forge mode.
Yeah, it took them like what, almost 2 years now
2 years
to.
but it shows.
They almost finished the game now. They almost have like a releasable game that could be proud to show regular people and be like, here it is, boys, the Halo you've been waiting for.
Exactly. But
unfortunately, the brokey Jacob mess they showed like kind of burnt every bridge, all the goodwill. It's I don't know, man. Like people feel like it feels like most people are just waiting for the new Halo at this point, right? Like nobody's like, this is going to be it. And I know like Microsoft said this was going to be like the 10-year Halo. Like they're like, we want this one to last 10 years.
Hasn't even lasted
so
3.
We're almost halfway there.
The current season is great, though. I will say I haven't really delved into the multiplayer too much, but the current season has been very fun. From like the little bit I played, Forge has been fun. Story wise, they're doing some cool stuff with like the flood and all that. So, you know, I think they could salvage it, but it's going to take a lot of marketing pull. You know, they brought Game Fuel back, the original Game Fuel.
Yeah. So, you know, you could blame the people, the execs at top, because it seems like they hired out a lot of the work instead
they
of
everything. Yeah,
they switched up everything several times. It was like a huge, like the things like the Titanic trying to like turn it, you know, and they like try to like turn it like 3 or 4 times like during production. The guy in
charge now is the guy who steered the Master Chief Collection to working in playable state. So he's doing the same thing for Infinite with his leadership. So yeah, maybe they finally have someone at the helm who knows what the hell they're doing. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. You know, it's about that time to wrap up. I gotta say, man, anything you're looking forward to in 2024 outside of, you know, like gaming wise, development wise, anything like that?
I've been coming back to this idea for a while now, where I want to spend like 3 to 4 months working on like a small like mobile type game. I don't like the idea. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do it. Like I keep on, the more like I feel very creatively satisfied right now. Like I've done like a lot of the projects I want to.
You have 2023 has been big for you.
Yeah, 2023 has been huge. You know, I've finished like a few different like programming courses and stuff, and like I'm pretty content. Spending some time like a while back trying to like find a team of people, but like it's damn near impossible to like just meet strangers on the internet. I did see that there's like local meetups for like indie game devs here, so I was thinking about maybe going to like something like that, but I don't know if I actually want to go. They do like a live stream and stuff, so maybe I'll like just start lurking in that and then see where things go.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't know, I've just been having fun like in Unreal, just like making levels for a game that doesn't exist. I've been having fun playing Rust. I don't know, like I think next year just come on, focus more on health, you know, just like trying to do more cardio, stay more active, get outside, touch grass, you know.
Yeah.
Now that I've beaten the game, I can start playing the game, you know.
Right. I get it.
What about you, man? Any big 2024 situations?
I think you know, I've started some things in 2023. I started two gaming projects that I want to complete or continue to work on in 2024. I think I've found the trigger that burns me out. I think I can work around it now. Talking to you over the past couple of weeks has helped, and talking to another buddy, I was like, oh yeah, you're right. So you know, we're gonna try and you know, switch those things in my own personal life to hopefully not get the whole burnout feel. That being said,
I mean, it's hard, man. It's a work, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like your hobby is basically a job you don't get paid for.
When your job has a similar, you know, stint. But I think, you know, I think I recognize that now, and we could work through it. And that being said, Halo Forge has definitely satisfied my creative need in the map making space.
It's kind of messed up, bro.
AI stuff. I'm putting things that are in my head into the digital world, and I can see it and I can feel it, and then very soon people will be playing it. So that's really satisfying that, and it's leading over to me to wanting to work on some of the game dev stuff that I've started. So
yeah, man, this is kind of like a quick closing thought here as well. Like,
Yes.
I've noticed this as well because I've been dabbling around in this space for like almost like 20 years, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And everything has become easier, more accessible, more like streamlined. Like everything you want to do, like 3D modeling, programming, like game engines, like it wasn't like this before. It's like I remember like learning a 3D model, I had to like read a book. I had to read it and go.
I learned basic for no goddamn reason because of Dark Basic.
Yeah, I had a Dark Basic book too, man. Like,
yep.
Is so yeah, it's like now it's like you can find like tutorials online. You can get books and stuff like, but like also like you have like things like Microsoft Copilot or ChatGPT where they can like double check your code and stuff for you, and it's like I don't know things that it's almost like a double-edged sword for me because like before, like back in the day, I was like, oh, I always felt like that pressure. Whereas now I'm like, things will just get easier the longer I wait. So it's so I'm dealing with that,
Gotcha.
where I'm trying to like fight against that like laziness.
The laziness, yeah.
Because like it's not necessarily true, but it has been, like it doesn't. Things don't always improve and get better, but like we've lived in like a weird timeline where we came up with like all this technology improving along with us. So it's like, yeah, every year things just like improve like infinitely better. Like I could get a flip phone that's better than the first computer I owned, like by like a huge margin. It's not even close. Like it's like people don't even appreciate this thing, It's like,
True.
100 megahertz, 133 megahertz, bro.
It's a great thought. But we'll be back after New Year's. Everyone have a wonderful, safe holiday. Thanks for sticking with us throughout the year. And we'll see you in 2024. The Combo Wombo, I'm Mr.
Drinking, smoking, fighting, chipmunk. We out.
Like, share, subscribe. We out of here.
Peace.